Hey, what's good? Coach Colin Castello back with another video where today I'm going to give you 3 moves that help you dominate and expose even the most aggressive defenders. So you're going to want to make sure that you watch the entire video because all 3 of these moves are incredibly valuable. And make sure you watch to the end because I'm going to give you away something that's worth $150, 100% free that you're not going to want to miss. So stay tuned because it's going to help your scoring average in just 15 days. All right, so the first move we've got, and this is one of my all-time favorites, is the skip pullback. The skip pullback. Now, the skip pullback is great because if you've got an aggressive defender who's up in your airspace trying to take it away from you, the skip kind of relieves a little bit of that pressure, and then the pullback uses their speed and their aggressiveness against them, right? So it's basically just the idea that as you're coming up, you're gonna skip on one leg and then throw your shoulders downhill, but then immediately yank it into a pullback, right? And that combination of up to forward is really enough to make a defender get going downhill and away from you, right? So the whole key here is we're trying to get our defender to switch their hips and cross-step their legs across their body, right? So the very first step, like I mentioned, is we want to go skip, hop. Now the big key here is you want to keep your hand on top or on the side of the ball because if you skip and put it underneath, boom, they're going to get you for a carry every single time. Going to be a turnover, right? So key number 1, you want to let that ball float up by your shoulder, hand on top as you execute the skip. That way you're ready to rock and roll, right? Next part, as we hit this skip, I want to throw my head, shoulders, and eyes down into the ground, and I want to load onto that front leg just like that. Now, if we were to pause this right here, it makes it look like I'm driving in that same direction, right? That's exactly what we want the defender to think. So as I'm going here, I want to make sure my chest doesn't stay up. I want to make sure my head's not up. I want to throw everything forward, making sure I'm planting this back foot, and that can be my base that I use to launch into that pullback, right? So really the skip is all just a setup. We're trying to get the defender moving downhill, right? From there, we're going to break off of our line and pull back opposite away from the defender. So as I hit the skip and I'm throwing, I'm going to throw the ball out as far as I can here, and I'm going to whip it back below my knee into my pullback, into my jump shot. Now the big key here, the big key is you only want to hang the ball out as far as you're comfortable with that aggressive defender, because sometimes if somebody's really quick and you hit this and you hold the ball way out, that might be enough time for them to come back, get their hand on it, get a steal, get a deflection, something like that. So if you have a hyper aggressive defender, you might want to hit it and then keep the ball really close to your knee so you can get that pullback. That way they don't have that extra airspace to get their hand in and get a deflection, right? So from there, we've got the setup hop, we've got the yank pullback. Next key, we want to pull the ball back to our opposite hip. And then from here, we want to load up into our jump shot or get ready to attack off of it. Now the key is if you're a dominant hand shooter, so if I'm a right-handed shooter and if I'm pulling back to my right hand, my legs are probably going to be the wrong direction, right? Normally when I shoot, I want my right foot in front. So anytime you're pulling this move back from your opposite hand, you've got to scissor step your feet as the ball's coming backwards so you're ready to shoot that jumper, right? Now what I love about a scissor step, a lot of times you can set up to attack the defender off of it. So as I come here and I hop and I pull, if I scissor, a lot of times I can hesitate and go, I can hesitate and cross. You can get really shifty out of that scissor step, and a lot of times that's an extra move to throw off the defender. So make sure, especially if it's from your weak hand to your dominant hand, boom, as you pull it, you're scissoring, and then you can either knock it down or do a move off that. If you do that, you're gonna burn an aggressive defender, I promise. All right, so next one is a between the legs pullback. This is a lot like the pullback that we did earlier, except for we're not gonna add a hop, and we're gonna go between our legs on the pullback for extra protection. This is if your defender's extra aggressive, they got long arms, maybe they're harassing you. So this is a little bit safer way to do a pullback to ensure they don't take it from you. So you can do whatever you want to out of a setup. It could be an in and out, could be a between the legs crossover before you're going downhill, but either way you want to attack going downhill. Now from here, same thing that we did off of the hop, we're gonna throw our foot forward, we're gonna throw our chest, throw our eyes, throw our head, everything's going down so it looks like we're still in drive mode. But now we're gonna plant our front foot and we're gonna pull the ball back to our opposite hip underneath your legs or between your legs, right? Again, you can think about it. If I've got a really aggressive defender in front of me, he's on my hip and I plant here, if I go between my legs, it makes it a lot harder for them to get their hands through here to tip the basketball as it comes back out the opposite way, right? Couple main keys that'll help you out here. Key number 1, as you plant, you want to keep a little bit of weight on your back leg, right? If I get too far over my knee or I get my nose over my toes too far this way and I try to pull, my momentum's going to be carrying me forward. I'm going to drag my pivot foot, I'm going to travel, something like that. So think about your back leg you want to keep bent, right? As I get here and I want to throw it, you'll notice that my back knee is down, my back hip is loaded, and I'm ready to yank the basketball back to go into that jumper or to attack off the move. So same sort of stuff we were working on. We want to stay loaded and aggressive. That way when we come out of it, we're ready to attack the defender. All right, next one is a combo move. And I call this a killer combo because it's two moves that you might use in your arsenal, but maybe you don't pair them together very often, but they have devastating effects, especially if the defender is hyper aggressive like we're talking about in this video. So it's a hezi in and out combo. Hezi in and out combo. So basically it's a hesitation dribble where your hand's staying on top of the ball, you're kind of pocketing it up by your shoulder, and your opposite hand's gonna shadow over to the basketball, right? So at the same time, we're getting our eyes up on the rim, and we're really kind of, selling it like we're picking up the basketball or like we're getting ready to shoot, right? So key number one, we're trying to get that aggressive defender start to close some space. Maybe you got them on your heels, maybe it was a pick and roll, whatever it was, we're trying to get them to start their close, okay? So key number one, you gotta sell that hezi. Eyes up, all that good stuff, trying to get the defender close. From here, all we're gonna do is we're gonna pick the ball up, we're going to stab our opposite foot and roll in and out where we're going at the same way as our foot and then back the opposite direction. Right now on this one, you could either attack the basket, you go to a separation jumper, whatever it is you wanna do. The big key here is we wanna sell eyes up and then eyes down immediately as we go this direction. Because if you're my defender and I do this, you're gonna start closing. And as soon as I do this, you're gonna start running that direction to cut me off, right? But we know we're gonna roll it, break it off of our line, get that separation, knock it down, get the bucket. The big key here is roll your hand over the top, don't cup it underneath, right? So as I come here and I hezi, I don't wanna cup my hand under and then roll it. I wanna hezi with my hand on top, from right here push, and then roll it back over, right? If I can do that, it's not gonna be a carry, not gonna be a travel, you're gonna be clean every single time, because if you're clean, this one will burn most defenders, especially if they're hyper aggressive. All right, if you watched the video this far through, congratulations, because not only did you get better, but I'm gonna give you something 100% free that's incredibly valuable, and that's free instant access to my Natural Born Score system. This is a scoring program worth $150 that thousands of players have already paid for that's gonna help you increase your scoring average in just 15 days. It's gonna 3x your scoring average in just 15 days. That's how powerful it is, and honestly, it's worth every penny. But you're gonna get it 100% free by signing up for a free Captain U profile. So Captain U is a one-of-a-kind recruiting platform that connects hoopers with college coaches. That way you can get more looks, get scouted more, and that way deserve and earn your college scholarship. So at Shotmechanics, we're helping you by getting your game as good as we possibly can with Natural Born Score system, and Captain U is going to help you connect with college coaches. Now the best part is, for Shotmechanics users only, you're going to get a 100% free profile that you can fill out and start connecting with college coaches. Now what's fantastic about this is it's free. You don't have to put in your credit card information. There's no bait and switch or anything like that. They're basically just saying, hey, your audience and your users are going to love Captain U so much, they're gonna wanna pay for it down the line. So all you gotta do is go ahead and click the link in the description down below to get free access to your Captain U profile, and then we will be emailing you free access to the Natural Born Score system after that. So make sure you click down below, fill out the little information real quick, and I'll see you on the inside. And if you're new to Shotmechanics, pound that subscription button, ding the like button, head to the comments down below, let me know what sort of video you want to see next, and keep coming back for more, because all our videos are going to help you get better. Again, I'm Coach Colin Castello with Shotmechanics Basketball. Thanks for watching, and until next time, splash on.